Ready? Ready.
What's up, guys? It's PIHCAM with HuddleGG, and today we're going to answer one of the most common questions we're getting right now, and that's how do you beat cover 2 man? Now, cover 2 man is a really easy defense to set up on the defensive side of the ball, and it is pretty effective as well, which is why it is so popular for people to run. So again, if you're playing online, I'm sure you face somebody who's running cover 2 man, and we actually just dropped a full Meta Buster update over at our website, where we have 11 individual videos on different concepts you can utilize to attack this coverage. And today we're going to be going over one of our favorites, and we're going to be going over the S post. Okay, so if you guys don't know what an S post is, it's what we call this red route here in post wheel shallow. Again, you can find this in a variety of different formations, and in pretty much every playbook in the game is going to have some version of this route. And this route, what we can do with it adjustment wise will absolutely torch cover 2 man. So we're just going to come out in this post wheel shallow play to start. And you can see this is what the stock route looks like to the left side of the screen. And again, if we just ran this stock, he's not going to get super open there. You can see, like, we could try to throw that, but the player is going to be there to make a play on the ball. Again, you could get lucky sometimes, get that pass lead to the inside and get a nice reception, but there is a way that we can adjust this route to make it absolutely deadly against this coverage. And what we want to do with that S post is we want to custom stem it down twice on the D-pad. So it's going to look like this. Obviously, you can see that vertical stem is a lot shorter now. But this route right here gets to a really soft spot in the middle of the defense and forces the user to go cover that. And if they don't, you're going to see exactly how open this can be. Before we run that specific route, what we do want to do is get the attention of the safeties the best way that we can as well, to widen those safeties out. Obviously, when your opponent's running cover 2 man, they have man everywhere underneath, and then they have the 2 deep safeties. We want to keep those safeties wide to open up the middle of the field where this X receiver is running his route to. Okay, so the B receiver on the left is going to do a good job at keeping the attention enough of that left of screen safety. Obviously, he has to respect that wheel route down the sideline. On the right side, in a formation like this, we could just simply put our tight end on a corner route. Again, that's going to get the attention of that right of screen safety. Now, one thing that we like to talk about when we talk about attacking any coverage, specifically man coverage, is you want to have multiple routes on the field that you can feel comfortable throwing to if they take away our #1 read. Okay, so in a formation like this, a route concept we like is putting, again, that A on a tight end, the Y on a drag, and then the RB on a Texas route. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to give us 3 man beating routes with the drag, the RB, and the X. But again, our main focus is going to be that X, but if they take that away with their user, you have to have somewhere else you can go with the ball. That's why we like to have this drag from this tight end alignment, does a pretty good job, and then also the running back on that Texas route. But what you're going to see here is when we go to say hike, the X is going to absolutely torch his player, get to the middle of the field, and you're going to see how that is going to be the easiest 30 yards you're going to ever get against cover 2 man. If we look at the replay again real quick, you can see, again, off the snap, he just absolutely torches the cover 2 man press. And because of how quickly he runs this post to the middle of the field, like I said, he really attacks the vulnerable area between the safeties. And we're just going to be able to get that easy completion right there. And again, that was a simple 30 yards. And again, very, very easy read as well. You don't have to do much other than make sure that the user doesn't go and take away this route. So if we run this again, we're going to custom stem down that receiver. Then again, just going to set up something else so we have other options. If they do cover the X, what you're going to see here is when we go to say hike, he's going to get open again. And even though he wasn't wide open like he was the previous snap, you can see that's still an easy pass lead to the inside, and we're still able to get easy yardage down the field. So again, one more time, just to show you the consistency, we really like to show you guys that these things work time and time again, and it's not just a fluke that you saw while we were repping it one time and we got a good rep. But you can see here, our guy is going to get open. We can throw that to the inside. And again, that's the best he's ever going to play against it. Okay. He's never going to play it better than that as the corner. What you're going to see a lot of times is right there. You can see, and that was a bad throw, but we were wide open with that S post. And again, if we would have thrown that in front of the receiver, we would have been able to get some even more yards there. But 30 yards is really, really nice to get when we are going against cover 2 man. Now, I do want to show you how we can run this from other formations as well. So we have this in empty tray stack, actually in a couple of plays. I'm going to show it here from post wheel. So again, you can see here we have that S post to the right side of the screen. We're going to custom stem that down all the way. Okay. And then, like we talked about, you want to have routes that take the attention of the safeties elsewhere on the field. Okay. So on the left, we could do something like a like a slot fade, which will get that safety over there. Obviously, the RB is going to help us on the right side, keeping the right of screen safety. And then we want to have other routes that can attack man coverage. So routes that we like are short crosses and drags. So you can see here, a route combo like this is going to be tough for them to defend. What you're going to see is when we go to throw this, we have the B again on that S post, which is going to allow us to get open in the middle of the field. And that again forces the user to go take care of that. If they would manually press their defense here against this formation, because it doesn't automatically press, what you'll see is actually this formation, the outside receiver cannot get pressed because that's a linebacker. Again, that's a nice thing about this particular formation, but you can see we set up a similar route combo that we just did here, and we're going to still be looking for that S post on the break to the middle of the field. Again, the off coverage actually helps the defense a little bit, but because that's a linebacker covering our running back here, actually on this route, you can see he's still going to get out leveraged because of this route, how quickly it gets to the inside. We're still going to be able to pass lead this to the inside. And again, if the user doesn't take that, we're going to throw that every single time. If he does, we have these two drags that we could throw, or short crossers as well. So you can see these guys are also open against cover 2 man if the user does happen to take away this S post. But again, you do want to make sure that you go through your playbook, see if you have this route anywhere in any formation, because this route, this S post, if you custom stem it down all the way, does a tremendous job at attacking one of the most popular defenses you're going to be seeing right now if you're playing online head-to-head. And if you guys are looking to get even better at Madden, make sure to join our free Discord by going to HuddleGG/Discord.